I better wash this today because I got stopped for a breathalyzer last night, and lucky they didn't check the number plate. You can't read it. But a good thing about these bags, as you can see here, this is the top one, filthy. Inside, nice and clean. So yeah, let's pack this up and go wash this and get some brekkie. It was a nice spot to stay for the night. $25. Just at this person's house. They have it so you can camp out. What are we doing? Let's go back into Cooktown and try and find a car wash. And we'll give it one more go because I wasn't impressed with Cooktown at all last night. Down to the right up here, they got they have caravans and stuff. So they said they allow motorbikes and bicycle campers. Where I was, it was at the dam. Like 24 degrees last night. It took me like 6 hours to stop sweating. Now I'm sweating again. Let's find a car wash before the police do me for obscuring a number plate. Alright, Cooktown Bakery Cafe pie review. I just had one bite and I'm throwing it out. It's burnt on the edges and raw in the middle. This place just gets better and better. What surprises me about northern Queensland, so many Germans seem to get eaten by crocodiles, because after warning, Achtung is the biggest named warning there. What do Germans do in the crocodiles? Alright, so sometime in June to August in 1770, Captain Cook beached his ship here with his crew to fix it, and I don't think the shithole has changed ever since. Not impressed one bit with Cooktown whatsoever. I think last night definitely put in my head that this place is a shithole, and that bakery just confirmed it. Who serves a burnt raw pie for $12.50? People might like the surrounds and stuff, but it's currently 26 degrees. Sweating my bum off. There's nowhere open for any real food at 10 to 9 in the morning. It's time to get out of here. Black Mountain. Alright, whole bunch of black rocks. Well, it was definitely worthwhile stopping here. Just ran into a guy from Geelong who pulled up here and come and had a chat because they saw my post about making it to the tip, and they own Classic Wheels and Spokes in Geelong, so they can either fix these rims or at least help me out with some better ones. So that was a good stop, and that was just more proof it was time to leave Cooktown. If you got out a sign up the front that says vacancy, either change it to no vacancy or have some rooms available. Like, I am getting sick of this. It's ridiculous. Okay, I really need to wash some clothes, and I've managed to score this little caravan park suite. So I've got like queen size bed, and there's a couple of singles in here which I won't need, and a bathroom, but I don't have a washing machine, but I do have a bin. So what we'll do is we're going to clean it, and there's dishwashing detergent under the sink, which is a bonus. We'll clean that. I just boiled the kettle so we can sterilise it, although my clothes are probably worse than what's in this bin at the moment. Alright, let me go shake all that about. We empty this, we start putting some clothes in. Oh, I don't know if you can see how dusty this thing is. It's ridiculous. That's a bit freaky, isn't it? Okay, in order to fix this camera though, let's give it a wash. There we go. Alright, now that the bin's all clean, start throwing the clothes in. Okay, and that's just basics. I can do the old this a few times until we get the water clear, and then we rinse it all out and do it again. Alrighty, just got some lunch at Innisfail. A bit of a run-in with some locals trying to go through my bike. I'll just jump in here, a bit of voiceover because the wind through this camera is just ridiculous. So I was parked out the front of Woolworths in Innisfail, come out from getting some stuff for tonight and a bit of lunch, and there's like 5 young locals, we'll say, that were going all over my bike, undoing all my bags, trying to get into them, trying to get the bags off, but I do have secure straps on those bags, so they are very hard to get off when those are on, so I'll go into them in a further video. But if they had a knife or anything, they could have just cut the bags open. But when I questioned them as to what they were doing, you know, they had the cheek to start mouthing off, which doesn't sort of go down too well with me. So after I sorted them out, they were on their way, and I'm pretty sure they will never do that again. But what's even more interesting is, if you know Innisfail at all, out the front of Woolworths where I was parked, directly across the road is a police station. So they've got some guts to try that, like where they were. So pretty much I just gave them a lesson in don't touch what's not yours, or certain things will happen. So I just spent the next few days checking out the local area before my family flew up, and then we spent 10 days looking around Cairns before they flew home and I jumped back on the bike. Have to be real careful around Cairns and northern Queensland. There's a lot of theft going on, so I had the bike here under a tarp, and I purchased a bike lock with an alarm for the disc. Alright, it's time to go. See if she wants to start. Cool. Always a bonus. Alright, just leaving Cairns. Sort of stuck in the tail end of a storm at the moment. It's been hanging around here for about the last 3 or 4 days. I was planning on going inland and doing a few tracks down that way, down through New South Wales, but I just want to nurse the front wheel. I just put some air in it. It looks like it's been losing about 3 psi a day. So I'll just check it every time I get fuel, and we should be good. It's super humid. What is it? 23 degrees at 10 to 8 in the morning. I can see the clouds behind me, but it's pretty much going to be like that the whole way to Townsville. Right, so the plan is to pretty much just follow the highway all the way home, stop where I can, see a few little things. Going to go see the guys at Ducati in Byron Bay. Probably get a quote for a new wheel, and then go thank you very much and get an aftermarket one. Definitely needs a stronger front wheel, as most people that own these that go off-road find out. If you don't go off-road, you'll never find out, because these wheels are suited for on-road use. But as soon as you give it a hard thump, yeah, you're going to find out pretty quickly. Alright, let's get back on the road. So this weather seemed like it was never going to end up, but the good thing about being northern Queensland is at least it was warm. Saw a few accidents on the way home. Actually, this is just one that I came across that morning. Nice crumbled front end. Obviously not paying attention. So I thought I'd check out a couple of big things on the way home, seeing that I was passing them anyway. First stop was Tully, where you see the big gumboot. Just drive around and park the bike, get out and have a good look, I think. Okay, the big gumboot in Tully is one of the big things of Australia that actually makes sense. So Tully is known for its rainfall. Every year it seems to have the highest rainfall in Australia, and obviously today didn't disappoint, it's raining. So in 1950 it rained 7.9 metres, which is 25 feet 11 inches of rain in the 1 year, which is crazy. Okay, so after leaving Tully, started heading towards Townsville, jumped on the new bypass, and came across something that would have absolutely ruined a person's night. I don't know if it was the night before or whatever, but something I've never seen before, and that is a pig. Just a dead pig on the side of the road. Not something that you get really down in Victoria, but obviously northern Queensland, pretty common. Used to seeing dead kangaroos, but yeah, pig's something different. Oh yes, on the right here, Laverack Barracks, Townsville. If you ever in the military, driving past here would give you a good dose of PTSD, especially if you are involved in a lot of exercises up in the Townsville area. It actually has got a lot bigger since the last time I was there. So I pretty much tried to skip Townsville as much as I can, just enough time to get some fuel and get out of there. There's still a lot of vibration in the front end because of the damaged rim, which then is transferring up into my hands. I'm really starting to feel it now. So heading south, started to turn into a very nice day. Managed to dry everything out. I was actually enjoying the trip, besides the vibration from the wheel. But the trip was actually going pretty good. And of course, roadworks, or what I thought was roadworks anyway. Just a person controlling traffic. This is an interesting spot, which I found out a couple of weeks after I got home. So we're coming up on an accident, which I don't understand how this happened. A recce mech, army recce mech, and then the front end of it looks like it's just collapsed under itself. And just waiting to get that off the road. Now, when I got home, 2 weeks later, there was a massive truck accident on this corner, which I can't see how that is a dangerous corner. It's nice and smooth. Obviously, people just doing the wrong thing. For the rest of the day, it was all about just hitting that highway and getting down south as quick as I can.